Well, welcome into podcast 001. This is Andy Gallo, and we're on the big show. Hey, Doug, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful. Number one, huh?
You're it.
I'm number one.
You are number one.
Finally, all my life, I've been trying to be number one. I finally made it.
That album, you're going back, and you're doing a whole lot of stuff from years gone by.
Everything on the album, I started out, songwriters, dear friends of mine, I would call up and say, hey, you're going to do an album. Here's brand new songs. And I just kept thinking about it. But what really attracted me to this was everything on has been recorded by other people. And a lot of them were hits, some weren't. But I just took them and rearranged them and decided to come up with my own rendition of them.
Kind of go back and tell us a little bit about some of those guys that you work with.
Oh, wow. Well, I started out in this business when I was 10 years old, playing drums for my dad's band. The drummer that they had just decided to go into Vietnam at that era. Mm-hmm. And then going to Nashville when I was out of high school on summer break. And I went to Nashville, and my first time there, met Bud Charlton, who played steel with the Texas Troubadours. Mm-hmm. And he said, you want to go backstage? I said, well, who's going to say no?
Right. Oh, yeah, so absolutely.
I walked in, and they had a drum kit on stage that night, and the staff drummer, Harold Weekly, he said, looked at me, and I don't know if he was mad at Jumpin' Bill Carlisle or if it was he lost a bet or whatever. But he said, looked at me and said, hey, boy. And I was 16. Mm. He said, you a drummer? I said, yes, sir. He said, well, you're up. I went, I sound like Porky Pig going, da-da.
Yeah, really.
And he said, you know Bill Carlisle's song? I said, yeah. He said, play. So I sat down and played Moving. And just kept time through the song. That's all I had to do anyway.
Right.
And when I got done, he said, you union? I said, yeah. He said, go over and see that lady and sign your name. 2 weeks later, I got a paycheck for $62.50. And I said, man, I work all night long with my dad's band, and I don't get half of that. So I'm like, I have hit the big time. And I got to meet Jack Green and Jeannie Seeley.
Wow.
And their whole band back then became lifelong friends.